Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last night, the House Committee on Rules met to report a rule providing for consideration of H.R. 115, the Midnight Rules Relief Act under a closed rule. The rule provides for 1 hour of general debate equally divided between the chair and ranking minority member of the Committee on the Judiciary or their respective designees. It also provides one motion to recommit. Mr. Speaker, first off, I want to start today by saying thank you to everyone who has prayed for our family and sent letters, flowers, and best wishes over the past 2 weeks. Your thoughts and your prayers have helped our family as we dealt with a almost unimaginable crisis with the loss of our beloved daughter, Christine. The support from everyone in this body has been overwhelming, and I hope everyone knows that my family appreciates the support. We met overwhelming grief with overwhelming support, and for that I want to thank people. With today, this may possibly be the last time I manage this debate, and if this body will indulge me, I want to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunity of a lifetime to serve as chairman of the Exceptional Rules Committee. When I was first elected in 2003, I could never have imagined serving in this capacity and performing such an important role in our legislative process. Throughout my career, I've made a point of always saying yes to a challenge. When Speaker Johnson called me, I knew I had no choice but to accept. Serving on this committee, let alone assuming the role of chairman, has not been an easy ride. And the legislative process is not as smooth as what we learned in Schoolhouse Rock. But it has only allowed me and my appreciation for the House of Representatives to grow further, and I'm forever grateful to have given this opportunity to serve as its chairman. It's given me a front row seat to history, and whether I agreed with the decisions being made or not, this committee continues to be a model for how members conduct themselves in the House of Representatives, respectful but ever passionate, and I hope you all continue with that strong and honorable tradition in the next year, because the American people have high expectations, but frankly, they deserve the best from us. I also want to take a moment and thank the Rules Committee itself, my personal staff, the Rules Committee staff, who've worked so hard to ensure that I'm prepared every day, that this body can conduct its work efficiently. For the past 22 years, I've been blessed to be surrounded by an amazing, smart, and talented staff. Without each of them, I would not have gotten to where I am today. I want to thank my Republican colleagues for your continued commitment to prioritizing legislation that is always in the best interest of Americans. You all have a tall order next year, but having gotten to know each of you over my time here, I have every bit of confidence that this House is up to the task. And I appreciate Mr. Speaker's indulgence, and then we'll get on to the business at hand. Yesterday, the Rules Committee met to report on a rule for providing for consideration of legislation that is as timely as it is fundamental to our constitutional checks and balances. The Congressional Review Act, the CRA, provides the primary legislative check on regulatory overreach by allowing Congress to reverse a rule by resolution. However, that is a single rule, and Congress's ability to keep up with these new regulations is constrained by its ability to write and pass new bills as fast as an administration can send them out with trillions of dollars of taxpayer dollars and resources at their disposal. Administrations of both political parties tend to overwhelm Congress at the end of their term with hundreds of new rules. These are known as midnight rules, representing billions of dollars of new regulatory burden in the span of just a few short weeks. And Congress has historically struggled to keep pace. The executive branch has exploited the inefficiency of the Congressional Review Act because bureaucrats know that Congress simply does not have the time or the resources to consider hundreds of rules, draft a bill for each one, and get each one signed into law by the time that rule would take effect. The result is our constituents bear the burden of this new bureaucratic cost without any accountability to eliminate it. H.R. 115 makes a small change to existing law to allow Congress to catch up to this expected onslaught of new regulations as the Biden-Harris administration leaves office. The bill will streamline the process Congress already employs with respect to executive rulemaking. It does not change the look-back time frame, congressional prerogatives to block similar rules, or does it eliminate or constrain the executive rulemaking authority in any way. These things are already in existing law. All it does is simply allow Congress to do what it can in one bill instead of hundreds. Doing so will allow Congress to keep up with the rapid pace of midnight rules reigning in the federal bureaucracy at a time when historically it is its most aggressive. So with that, I urge my colleagues to support the rule in the underlying bill, and I will reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman